3, 2, 1.
Boom! And welcome to Today, brought to you by Bosch Shot Shells. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world-famous Andy Shaver.
March 23rd. Ripping on by, baby.
Yes, it is. Okay, we're going to start out with who was born today. Christopher Houston Carson. Do you know who that is?
No, I'm not even going to pretend that I do.
He was an American frontiersman, fur trapper, wilderness guide, Indian agent, and U.S. Army officer.
Oh.
He was born in 1809. Went by the gentleman's name of Kit Carson.
Still doesn't ring a bell.
He's buried in Taos, New Mexico.
I've been to Taos.
In 1840s, Carson was hired as a guide by the name of John C. Fremont, whose expeditions covered much of California, Oregon, and the Great Basin area. I believe Fremont Street in Vegas is named after him, but I could be wrong on that.
Oh, wow.
Fremont mapped and wrote reports and commentaries on the Oregon Trail to assist and encourage westward bound pioneers. And Carson achieved national fame through these accounts. Under Fremont's command, Carson participated in the U.S. conquest of California from Mexico at the beginning of the Mexican-American War. During this time, he also participated in the Fremont-led Sacramento River Massacre and Klamath Lake Massacre against the Indians. Later in the war, Carson was a scout and courier who was celebrated for his rescue mission after the Battle of San Pasqual and for his coast-to-coast journey from California to Washington, D.C., to deliver news of the conflict in California to the government. In the 1850s, he was appointed as the Indian agent to the Ute Indians and Jicarilla Apaches. During the American Civil War, Carson led a regiment of mostly Hispanic volunteers from New Mexico on the side of the Union at the Battle of Valverde in 1862. When the Confederate threat was eliminated in New Mexico, Carson led forces to suppress the Navajo, Mescalero Apache, Kiowa, and Comanche tribes by destroying their food sources. He was brevetted a brigadier general and took command of Fort Garland, Colorado. He was there only briefly as poor health forced him to retire from military life. Carson was married 3 times, had 10 children. He died at Fort Lyon of an aortic aneurysm on May 23, 1868. He is buried in Taos, New Mexico, next to his third wife, Josephia Carson. Anyways, he was a big pioneer, frontiersman, mountain man guy. Kit Carson National Forest is where you go skiing at New Mexico all the time. So it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Kit Carson. Okay. My person that was born today was born in Payson, Utah on May 23rd, 1974. She's a second child of Jules Kelter and Nedra Kelter. Her parents had been living in Utah with her elder brother, Shane. Her father was attending BYU. She's a cousin of actress Quaranka Kelter. Her father, originally from Alaska, was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, though the family stopped attending church after her parents' divorce when she was 8 years old. Her paternal grandfather, Jules Kelter, was a delegate to the Alaska Constitutional Convention and a state senator who settled in Alaska after immigrating from Switzerland. Do you know what I'm talking about yet?
Nope.
She goes by the name of Jules.
Oh.
You ever seen...
I know who Jewel is.
Have you seen her family? Like they're one of those reality shows, the Kelters, that's in Alaska. That's her family. That. Anyways, that's who she was. Anyways, Jules is a singer. She's married to Ty Murray.
Yep.
A rodeo guy. Is he a bull rider?
I believe so.
And so, anyways, Jules is who she sings. She's got nothing great about her at all. She was a mass singer. She's been around for a long time. Anyways, Jules, she's married. She's a good-looking lady. She began dating Sean Penn in 1995 after Penn spotted her performing Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Penn invited Jules to compose a song for them. The Crossing Guard followed her on tour. After dating for a decade, Jules and rodeo cowboy Ty Murray were married in the Bahamas in 2008. She gave birth to their son, Case Towns Murray, in 2014. After nearly 6 years of marriage, they divorced. Jules is the daughter of Jules Kelter, who stars in the Discovery Channel show Alaska, The Last Frontier.
I didn't know Jewel was single.
Yep. All 3 of her brothers live in Alaska. Her first cousin.
She got her teeth fixed.
I know.
Might need to send her a DM.
Yeah, check her out.
Tony's single.
Yep.
There we go. We can do that. Matchmaking.
That would be
matchmaking on the Big Honker podcast.
Okay. My event is the one that's cool about this today.
Okay.
Or not event. It's who died also. And an event. And they both died this time. Who are the most famous gangster couple ever to live?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde. That's right. Bonnie Elizabeth Parker and Clyde Chestnut Champion Barrow were both Both died on May 23rd, 1934. They were both 23. One was 23, one was 24. Were American outlaws who traveled the central United States with their gang during the Great Depression, committing a series of criminal acts such as bank robberies, kidnappings, and murders between 32 and 34. The couple were known for their banking robberies and multiple murders, although they preferred to rob small stores or rural gas stations. Their exploits captured the attention of the American press as its readership during what was occasionally referred to as the public enemy era between 31 and 34. They were ambushed by police and shot to death in Benville Parish, Louisiana. They are believed to have murdered at least 9 police officers and 4 civilians. Now,
man, it would have been so easy to be a criminal back in the day.
It was.
I would have loved it.
And they were both Dallas area people. And Clyde was born in a poor farming family town of Tellico in Ellis County, which Ellis County is right east of Dallas. He was the 5th of 7 children of Henry and Kumi. The family moved to Dallas in the early 20s as part of a wider migration pattern from the rurals to the city, where many settled in the urban slum of West Dallas. The Barrows spent their first months in West Dallas living under the wagon until they got enough money to buy a tent. Barrow was first arrested in late 1926 at age 17 after running when police confronted him over a rental car that he'd failed to return on time. I didn't know they had rental cars back then.
I didn't either.
His second arrest was with his brother Buck for possession of stolen turkeys. Barrow had some legitimate jobs from 27 to 29, but also cracked safes, robbed stores, and stole cars. He met 19-year-old Parker through a mutual friend in 1930, and they spent much time together during the following weeks. Their romance was interrupted when Barrow was arrested by Dallas County Sheriff's deputy and convicted of auto theft. He escaped from the McLennan County Jail in Waco using a gun Parker smuggled into the jail. Recaptured on March 18th, Barrow was sent to Huntsville, and in September he was assigned to the Easton prison farm at the age of 21. He was sexually assaulted while in prison and retaliated by attacking and killing his tormentor with a pipe, crushing his skull. This was his first murder. Another inmate who was already serving a life sentence claimed responsibility. To avoid hard labor in the fields, Barrow purposely had 2 of his toes amputated in late 1932, and either by another inmate or by himself. Because of this, he walked with a limp the rest of his life. However, without his knowledge, Barrow's mother had already successfully petitioned for his release, and he was set free 6 days after his intentional injury and was paroled. So they started dating to show her how romantically in love with her. He started buying her things and spending money. She found out what it is. She went with him, and they went on these killing sprees. They went all over. So back then, you might rob a bank in East Dallas, and nobody knows about it in Wichita Falls.
Oh, I know.
Or in Abilene.
Would have been so easy.
So they would just go from town to town. And there's a great movie called The Highwayman with Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner.
That wasn't about them, though, was it?
Yes, it was. It was about them going chasing them down.
I thought it was one of the other gangsters at the time.
No, it's Bonnie and Clyde.
I've seen that movie.
It's a very, very good movie, but they would get on the road and they would go to these certain towns and they would get a wire or hear across the radio and that Clyde, Bonnie and Clyde robbed a bank in McAlester, Oklahoma. So they go to McAlester and they tracked them down. Well, anyways, they found him in Louisiana. They got the guy where they were staying at. His son was one of them. They said, listen, if you'll help us out, your son won't get in trouble. They brung him to a place. They broke down on the car. They ambushed him and shot the car up with about 700 rounds.
130 plus rounds
is what killed him.
Clyde was shot approximately 25 gunshot wounds. He was hit primarily on the head and upper body. 1 bullet struck right above his ear, exiting the left side of his head. That was likely the fatal shot. He had multiple bullets to his chest, arms, and legs. His body was slumped over the steering wheel when officers approached. There was significant damage to the car's interior. Well, no shit. Bonnie Parker was shot 26 times. She was hit in the chest, legs, and face. Reports indicate that 1 bullet went through her cheek and another one snapped her spinal column. Her right hand was nearly severed, likely from trying to shield herself. Reports are Bonnie screamed when the shooting started. She died almost instantaneously.
That was better than what she deserved. She should have suffered. Bad people, bad things, but what a wild time in life because they weren't really hated by everybody.
Oh no, they were revered. They're like Robin Hood,
kind of type deal. And so they people liked them, so people would not really tell on
wouldn't them. Narc.
That's if you've never seen The Highwayman, that's a really good movie. I'm not a big Kevin Costner guy. He's a great actor. He's a great actor. And that is a great, great, great show. And it shows the lady governor of Texas. She was a mean bitch.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, yeah.
I need to watch it. It's been 4 or 5 years since I've seen it.
It's a really good movie. I watched it not long ago again. But anyways, that is my today. So thank you. God bless you. Go to Boss Shot Shells. Check out the new game loads and trap loads and the dove loads. Peace. Goodbye. See ya.
Watch for deer.